We got Maycee Barber back here on the program. She's coming off another impressive finish, this time over Audrey Perkins at LFA 39 this past Friday. Maycee, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing very well, not as good as you, not only with the win, but also you got a nice background there. Yeah, where are we right now exactly?
We're still in Vail. We stayed the weekend up here.
Excellent. Let's talk about the fight, but even heading into the fight, I know one of the things you wanted to do was, really shut up any haters about the weight cut. How was the weight cut this time? Because I was following on Instagram. It seems like you really got the weight cut down to a science now.
Yeah, it was the best one I've ever had. The first time I cut to 115, I felt good, but this was definitely the best weight cut I've ever had, and it's because I'm working with, the best in the business, Ian Larios and George Lockhart, so can't go wrong.
And what was the game plan heading into the fight, and do you feel like you executed it?
Dominate everywhere, and yes, I did.
Fair enough. Okay, it's as simple as that.
That was the goal, to dominate standing, dominate on the ground, dominate everywhere. Yeah.
So were there any surprises in this fight, or was it just exactly as you expected?
No, it was exactly like what we expected. She came out tough. She's a tough opponent. She trains hard. She worked really hard, and that's what we expected. Because of who she is.
And as the fight's going on, was there ever a point where you thought you might not be able to finish her because this was a third round finish, or did you feel like it was just a matter of time?
No, it was just a matter of time. Yeah, I knew it was going to finish it.
Awesome. Now you get the win. I imagine post-fight celebration, hanging out with your family, doing all that stuff like you normally do.
Yep, we went back and I had shrimp tacos for the first time post-fight.
Nice. How were they?
They were the best ones I've ever had in my entire life.
That's great. How much credit does this win go to just, not just yourself, but obviously the team around you? I know you really talked about, having, good coaching and good weight cut, stuff. Like, how much of that sort of played a role in this win?
All of it. I wouldn't be where I am without everyone that I have with me. And we've slowly been adding pieces to the puzzle, but we're finally coming to the point where I feel like the puzzle is becoming the masterpiece. It's showing what it's going to be, whereas, like, I'm using the puzzle analogy because when you start out a puzzle, you don't know what it's going to look like, right? And then as the pieces start to come together, you can see what the amazing picture is that it's going to be. And I just feel like everyone that's in my team right now is always going to be a piece of that. And yeah, it's going to be a great story.
As far as what's next after this, what's the plan this week? Are you going to get right back to training? You going to take some time off? What's the plan here?
Yeah, I think we're going to go right back into training. That's what I'm planning on. I have no injuries. I got a couple bumps and bruises, but that's to be expected. But yeah, we're already right back into the next plan. We have some big plans coming up. Still not allowed to talk about any of them yet, but they're coming up here really soon. So we're staying ready.
Well, I can ask you this at least. Has there been any talk about a strawweight belt in LFA? Because, again, you'd have to be at the top of the list for that. And I know, obviously, you're a bit younger, but, the record speaks for itself, and then the competition you've been facing has been top-notch.
Yeah, there has been. But like I said, if there's an LFA belt, I'm good with that. But, if I get a bigger opportunity, I'm definitely not going to pass up on that. I like LFA. I want to stay loyal, but I have goals.
Yeah, you certainly do. What was the feedback like on social media after this win? Again, another nice finish here to add on your resume.
It was good. I always try not to pay too much attention to it, and I haven't done a lot of social media. But my phone buzzes off quite a bit right now. It goes off.
Is that something you're getting used to now? Fight by fight, just getting that positive feedback, and people really, getting behind the Maycee Barber train.
Yeah, as much as you can get used to it, it's kind of hard to get used to staring at your phone all the time because it's not something I want to be used to. But I am slowly getting used to the fact that I'm going to be a name, and it's kind of exciting, kind of nerve-wracking a little bit, but I'm excited for it.
What was sort of the best compliment you got after the fight? Was there anyone that sort of stood out, maybe like a family member, or, maybe LFA? Was there anyone that sort of gave you any, gave you a compliment and you're like, wow, that really meant a lot?
Well, my coach, this is the one that comes to mind. When my coach, Matt Pena, he said that he talked to Robbie Lawler before the fight, and I didn't know this, but he wished me luck. And then
Nice.
fight. I haven't heard what their conversation was post fight, but apparently they were talking about it. So I have yet to hear what that is, but I'm kind of excited because Robbie Lawler is someone that I also admire in terms of fighters. So that one was kind of cool to hear.
Yeah, and Robbie doesn't strike me as the guy to just hand out compliments. So it must have caught his eye for him to pay attention to you. And I know there's that relationship with Matt, but I mean that's pretty cool to hear from Robbie Lawler, former champion.
Yeah, it's super exciting, super cool.
Great. Is there any cheat meals on the deck this week? You mentioned the shrimp tacos. You gonna eat a little bit, a couple cheat meals this week, I imagine, to enjoy yourself?
Maybe. I really didn't crave many cheat meals other than the tacos. But I like eating healthy. I feel good when I do, and I enjoy, that side of it. I like being healthy. So.
And no TV or movies this week? You watching anything at all or no?
No, I watched Chopped all week this week, though.
That's so many fighters do that. It's crazy.
I love watching Chopped. Nope,
Okay.
that's about it.
Okay, keeping things simple. Well, Maycee, again, congratulations on the win, and we'll definitely be keeping tabs on what's next. In the meantime, if you want to plug like any social media or sponsors or anything like that, the floor is yours.
Yeah, shout out to Method Flow for, they're my main sponsor, and they've helped me out a ton. A lot of support coming from them, so I'm always appreciative of them. And all my other sponsors. I always do this because I don't have a list that I can go down, but there's so many sponsors and so many people behind me that I'm so thankful for. And if you guys want to check them out, they're on my Instagram @thefutureworldchamp. And you can just check all of them out there.